They said muscle loss was inevitable after 60. Then I rebuilt my strength and shocked them all, including my doctors, with 7 everyday foods. You're not weak. You're not lazy. And no, it's not just part of getting older. Doctors don't always tell you this, but what feels like aging is often something else entirely, something preventable. You're not just losing energy, you may be losing muscle. And that has everything to do with what's on your plate. If your legs feel heavier than they used to, if carrying groceries feels like lifting bricks, or if you're starting to notice that standing up from a chair takes more effort than it should, there's a reason. And more importantly, there's a fix. It doesn't require pills, powders, or expensive memberships. Just real food eaten smartly, consistently, and joyfully. Welcome, dear friend, to Everyday Seniors. You're in good company here. A growing family of strong, wise, and wonderful folks over 60 who want to live with more strength, confidence, and independence. And today we're unlocking one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to stop muscle loss in its tracks, starting in your kitchen. Now let's set the record straight. Losing muscle after 60 is not inevitable. Yes, your body changes with age. Hormones shift, activity often drops, and so does appetite. But that doesn't mean you're powerless. Muscle isn't just for bodybuilders. It's your engine, your balance, your protection from falls. And it can be rebuilt one bite at a time. Let me tell you a quick story about Grace, a 72-year-old widow from Arizona. For years, Grace thought her slowing down was just normal. But last winter, after slipping while reaching for her mail, she decided enough was enough. She didn't want her golden years spent afraid of falling or relying on someone else to carry her laundry. With a little research and a whole lot of determination, she started changing her meals one simple swap at a time. Within 3 months, her legs were stronger, her steps more confident, and her doctor was floored. She didn't take any new supplements, she just started eating smarter. So let's begin right there with the first food Grace added to her breakfast that made a big difference: eggs. Not just any eggs, farm fresh, boiled, scrambled, however you love them. Eggs are a powerhouse of complete protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to build and repair muscle. But what makes them magical for those over 60? It's the combination of choline, vitamin D, and B12. These support muscle recovery, energy metabolism, and even nerve health, because strong muscles don't mean much if the signal from your brain doesn't get through. Now here's the trick. The protein in eggs is most effective when paired with movement. So if you can have your eggs, then take a gentle stroll. 10 minutes is enough. It's like lighting a match and giving it just the right breeze to burn brighter. And here's another secret weapon, something Grace called her leg booster: quinoa. You might be thinking, quin what? I get it. It's not something many of us grew up eating. But quinoa, pronounced quinoa, is one of the few plant foods that's also a complete protein. It's light, nutty, and easy to make. Just simmer in water like rice. But the real power lies in its balance. High protein, high magnesium, high iron. That's the trio your muscles crave. Iron carries oxygen to your cells. Magnesium helps with relaxation and recovery. And the protein? Well, that's your muscles building block. Grace began replacing her white rice with quinoa 2 or 3 times a week. Nothing fancy. A scoop in her soup, a warm quinoa salad for lunch, sometimes even sprinkled cold over her greens. Within weeks, she felt her legs didn't burn as quickly when walking. That's not a coincidence. It's biology catching up with good habits. Let me pause here for just a moment and ask, if you're finding this helpful so far, if you're feeling even a small spark of hope, would you mind clicking that like button below? It helps more seniors find this message, and it tells us you want more empowering tips just like this. And if someone in your life could use a gentle reminder that they're not too old to grow stronger, go ahead and share this video with them. We're in this together. Alright, my friend. You're doing amazing. Just by watching this, you're already taking the first step toward a stronger you. And I hope you're feeling it, that shift, that spark. You're not just surviving these years, you're stepping into them. With purpose, with pride, and with power. Now we've only just begun. There are 5 more everyday foods I want to show you, each one with a story, a purpose, and a powerful effect on your strength and vitality. But remember this, you are not too old, too tired, or too late. Every day is a fresh start. So Grace began her journey with eggs and quinoa, simple foods that rebuilt her breakfast plate and, slowly, her strength. But what she didn't expect was just how quickly her energy started returning, not in some dramatic overnight transformation, but in small, beautiful ways. Rising from the couch without groaning, walking down steps without grabbing the railing, feeling like herself again. And it wasn't magic. It was food, real, honest, whole food. That brings us to the next quiet champion of muscle strength, Greek yogurt. Now I know for many of us, dairy has a complicated reputation. Some of us were raised on it, others avoided it for years. But let's clear the fog. Greek yogurt, specifically the plain, unsweetened kind, is rich in casein, a slow-digesting protein. That means it fuels your muscles for hours after eating, helping repair and protect them throughout the day. But there's more. It's also packed with calcium for your bones, B12 for energy, and probiotics that support your gut. And trust me, when your gut is happy, the rest of you follows. Grace swapped her sugary snack bars for a small bowl of Greek yogurt with berries and a sprinkle of ground flax. Within a few weeks, she wasn't just feeling stronger. Her digestion improved, her mood lifted, and even her sleep got better. Think about that. One small bowl once a day. What could that do for you? And here's something else I want you to hear clearly and kindly. Losing muscle isn't always your fault. Maybe no one taught you what foods matter after 60. Maybe life got busy or health got in the way. But starting now, with small steps and loving consistency, you can change your story. You can feel steadier, more secure, more like you. That brings me to another all-star food that too many folks over 60 ignore because they think it's too fancy or expensive. But oh, it's worth it, salmon. Salmon is nature's multi-tool. Rich in high-quality protein, omega-3s, and vitamin D, it doesn't just rebuild muscle. It fights the inflammation that quietly damages it over time. Omega-3s help keep your joints moving, your heart strong, and your mind sharp. Grace. She started buying frozen salmon fillets from the store. Affordable, easy to cook, no waste. She'd bake it with lemon, olive oil, and a pinch of dill. A meal fit for royalty and built for strength. Now I want to pause here and ask you something. Has there ever been a time in your life, maybe recently, where you felt frustrated with your body? Maybe you felt betrayed or like things were slipping away too quickly. That feeling is real, and it deserves compassion. If you felt that way, I'd be honored if you shared it in the comments below. This is a safe space, and just by putting your story out there, you might help someone else feel a little less alone. Because here's what most folks won't tell you. There's deep emotional weight to losing strength. It's not just about picking up groceries. It's about dignity, confidence, not needing help for every little thing. Food is fuel, yes, but it's also freedom. And now let's talk about a food that's easy, affordable, and something you might already have in your kitchen, but probably underestimated. Spinach. Spinach is humble. It doesn't make a lot of noise. But oh, what it does for your muscles. It's full of magnesium, which helps prevent cramps and supports recovery after movement, and potassium, iron, and vitamin K. Those are the nutrients your muscles and bones need to communicate, contract, and recover. Grace began adding spinach to everything. Omelets, soups, even blending a handful into her morning smoothie. She didn't need fancy powders or protein drinks. She just gave her body what it was quietly asking for. I want you to imagine something for a moment. Imagine yourself 6 months from now. You've made a few small changes to your meals. You're eating with purpose, not dieting, not restricting, just nourishing. And one morning you wake up and realize something beautiful. Your legs don't ache like they used to. You move through your day with ease. You stand taller. You feel lighter, not just in body but in spirit. That future? It's not a dream. It's waiting for you. And it starts today with the next thing you put on your plate. And hey, if this message is striking a chord with you, if you're sitting there thinking, this is exactly what I needed to hear today, take a second to tap that comment button below. Let me know what part hit home. Or just say hello. I read every comment, and so do others in our wonderful Everyday Seniors community. We support each other. We lift each other. You're not alone in this. You're walking this path alongside thousands of other strong, wise souls who want the same thing you do. More years with strength, joy, and freedom. So take that breath. Feel your body. Know that even now it's listening. Even now it's rebuilding. And just wait until you hear what's next. Do you know what made Grace cry? It wasn't the quinoa, or the salmon, or even the newfound energy. It was this one moment months into her journey when her grandson dropped a toy on the floor, and she bent down, effortlessly, and picked it up. No hands on the table. No wince of pain. Just ease. And that's when it hit her. She was getting herself back. Because for Grace, and maybe for you too, this journey has never really been about biceps or gym selfies. It's about bending down without fear. About carrying a bag of groceries without needing someone's arm. About not having to call for help every time something's out of reach. This is the turning point, my friend. The realization that muscle isn't about appearance. It's about autonomy. And that brings us to a food that's almost laughably simple. Something you may have walked past in your pantry 100 times without a second thought. Almonds? These tiny, crunchy powerhouses are more than just a tasty snack. They're rich in plant-based protein, vitamin E for cellular repair, and magnesium. Again, that mineral your muscles practically beg for after 60. But here's the real beauty. Almonds are portable power. Toss a handful in your pocket when you head out for a walk. Keep a little jar on your nightstand for that late-night nibble. Grace started keeping almonds in her purse, and every time she reached for one, it wasn't just about hunger. It was a small act of reclaiming strength. And I want to pause here because I know some of you watching this have felt like it's too late. Maybe you've told yourself, well, I'm already in my 70s, or I've had a hip replacement, or my doctor said this is just how aging works. Let me tell you something heart to heart. It's not too late. Not for strength. Not for change. Not for you. You are not a statistic. You are not too far gone. You are a living, breathing, evolving soul, capable of healing, of growing, of rising again. Do you know what your muscles need most? Yes, they need protein. Yes, they need nutrients. But more than that, they need hope. They need you to believe that change is possible. Because when your mind says yes, your body follows. And that brings us to one final food I want you to truly fall in love with again. Chicken breast. Now before you sigh and think, oh, that old standby, let me tell you, this humble food is legendary for a reason. Lean, affordable, easy to cook, and full of the complete amino acids your body needs to build, repair, and protect muscle. Grace made it her Sunday habit. She'd cook a few simple chicken breasts, season with garlic, herbs, olive oil, and slice them into her salads, wraps, and rice bowls throughout the week. No fancy cooking show required. Just practical, heart-healthy nourishment that kept her steady on her feet and smiling at her reflection. Because here's the truth, every bite you take is a message. It's your body's reminder that you care, that you're still in the game, that you're building something new. And I want to say this loud enough for the folks in the back. You do not need a gym membership to rebuild strength. You do not need to run marathons or lift weights like a teenager. You just need to eat with love, move with intention, and believe that your best strength hasn't passed. It's awakening. If you're still here, if your heart is beating a little louder right now, if you're feeling something stir deep inside, don't ignore that. That's your inner self saying, yes, I want this. I deserve this. And if you've made it this far, you're part of something special. A growing community of everyday seniors, people who aren't settling for decline, but choosing vitality. People who aren't just watching videos, but transforming their lives one beautiful day at a time. So if that's you, take a moment now and hit that subscribe button. Not because it helps us, though it does, but because this channel is for you. It's your safe place, your gentle nudge, your weekly reminder that strength, joy, and health belong to every age. Let this be your turning point. Not the end of something, but the glorious beginning. Because if Grace could do it, if I could do it, so can you. You know, it's funny how the smallest things stick with us. For Grace, it wasn't the scale that told her she was getting stronger. It was something silly, opening a jar of pickles. She laughed, called it her little victory. But that moment, that little twist of the lid, that was her new badge of honor. And maybe you've had moments like that. Folding a fitted sheet without getting winded. Reaching the top shelf again. Walking up the stairs and realizing you didn't grab the handrail. These are the real wins. The quiet, dignified triumphs that no blood test can measure, but your heart knows are true. So I want to give you a little bonus tip here, one that's often overlooked but deeply powerful. And it's this: don't just eat to survive, eat to thrive. So let me share a bit of quiet wisdom, something that came from one of our own Everyday Seniors viewers named Carl. Carl wrote to us last month. He's 78, recently widowed, and starting to find his way again. He said, "I used to think muscle loss was just nature's way of saying, take it easy. But now I see it differently. Strength isn't what I used to have. It's what I'm choosing to build every day I show up for myself." That stayed with me, and I hope it stays with you. Because strength isn't just in your arms or legs. It's in your ability to keep going, to keep trying, to eat the yogurt, to cook the chicken, to walk that extra 5 minutes even when you'd rather sit down. That's the kind of strength that outlasts time. The kind that makes you feel alive again. So here's my challenge for you today, not a big one, just a gentle nudge. Pick one thing. Just one. Maybe it's swapping toast for Greek yogurt. Maybe it's adding spinach to your eggs. Maybe it's standing up a little taller when you brush your teeth. Tiny shifts. That's how change begins. Not with grand gestures, but with simple, repeated acts of self-love. And if this part of the video brought you even a little light, if you felt seen or heard or just gently reminded that your health still matters, share this video with someone you care about. A friend, a sibling, a neighbor. Let's lift each other together. Because this isn't just information, it's liberation. A quiet revolution of people over 60 who aren't giving in to decline, but leaning into renewal. You are not here by accident. You found this message because part of you is ready to begin again. And I'm honored, truly honored, to walk beside you. Let's keep going. Can we take a deep breath together? Just pause right here, right now, and really let it in. You are still growing. That might sound strange after 60, 70, even 80 years on this earth. But hear me, my friend, growing doesn't stop just because candles start crowding the birthday cake. You've been listening with your heart wide open. And now you know, weakness isn't permanent. And strength? Strength is something you can reclaim. Not by becoming a bodybuilder or overhauling your life overnight, but through small daily choices, forkfuls of nourishment, walks that feel like freedom, laughter that shakes your shoulders and makes your soul a little lighter. The foods we talked about, spinach, eggs, salmon, almonds, quinoa, chicken, and Greek yogurt, aren't magic potions. They're reminders that your body still deserves care, that your bones still want to dance, that your muscles still remember what it means to carry you through life with dignity. And here's the most important part of all. You deserve to feel strong again. Not because you have to prove anything, not to run marathons or impress the grandkids, but because there is something so sacred, so deeply human, about feeling steady on your own 2 feet. Strength, after all, is not just about lifting weights. It's about lifting yourself out of bed on hard days. It's about lifting your chin when the world feels fast and noisy and forgetful of people like us. It's about lifting your heart when loss and time try to press it down. And my friend, you're doing all of that. Maybe more than you know. Now, before we go, I want to say something gently but firmly. Don't wait. Don't wait for a diagnosis to change how you eat. Don't wait until the next fall to take your legs seriously. Don't wait until someone else says, it's time to take care of yourself. It's time now. If this video stirred something in you, if it gave you clarity or hope or even just a few ideas to take with you into the kitchen, let us know in the comments. We read every single one. This community isn't just about videos. It's about you, your stories, your journey. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and tap that subscribe button. Not because we need numbers, but because you deserve to be surrounded by voices that believe in you, that lift you, that whisper, you've still got time. You've still got strength. Everyday Seniors is more than a YouTube channel. It's a living, breathing reminder that this chapter of life is not the end of the story. It's a beginning, a second bloom, a softer sunrise that shines just as bright. So here's what I want you to take with you. You are not invisible. You are not fragile. You are not too old to get stronger. You are resilient. You are wise. You are absolutely still in this. And we're right here with you. Take care of yourself today. Not just with food, but with kindness, with courage, with love. And if you're feeling inspired, pass this light along. Share this with someone who needs to hear, hey, we're not done yet. Because you, my friend, are just getting started. With all my heart, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Everyday Seniors. Until then, be well, be kind, and remember, you're stronger than you think.
Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. It truly means a lot. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with a friend or loved one who might benefit. And leave a comment below. We love hearing your thoughts and experiences. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest tips and uplifting advice for living your best life at any age. Now, if you're ready for more wisdom and encouragement, just click the video that's on your screen right now. It's packed with even more insights made just for you. Take care, stay positive, and we'll see you in the next one.